Well. So, you ready to learn about... Bro, this is my own video. I can't even... That's probably gonna happen a lot in this video. I played about 7 hours of Invincible versus Day 1. I'm going to give my first impressions of the game, and why I will tell you that this game is amazing. I'm not even going to lie to you, it feels really good to do things in Invincible versus. However, although not perfect, it is a closed alpha, which they will 100% fix in the future. But wait, before I get into that, let me clean up a little bit. Let me get nice for this video, because this game is nice. Y'all deserve me to be nice on camera the best I can. Hold on. See the new shirt? Say yip. But let's yip into the Invincible.
I say yeah, you know I wanna get it on. I say yeah, you know I wanna get it on. I say yeah, primary lotus. You don't turn me on. I say yeah, it's told me meant to get it on.
I think I got an idea. Let me tell you what it is. Invincible versus is a 3v3 brutal tag fighting game. The big thing about this game is that it's very bloody and gory filled, almost similar to Mortal Kombat. If that's your thing, this is definitely a game for you already. I think every Mortal Kombat person should be dick riding Invincible versus. I'm not even trolling. Like, this is y'all way out. And yes, I know we in the tag era slop of fighting games currently coming up in 2026 now. However, let me tell you how this one is different, but yet somewhat very samey. Essentially, after putting 6 to 7 hours into the game, I realized that Invincible versus is truly like Marvel vs. Capcom with its snappiness and how it just feels. It feels really good to me. Very old school nostalgically, but very fast. You see, like, a lot of the animations has been critiqued about that at this point, and we'll talk about that later. Oh Lord. But if I had to instantly say what this game reminds me of, it's essentially Marvel vs. Capcom meets Killer Instinct. The game is fun, it's fast, it's fluid, and it just feels very, very paceful in the game. One thing I like about Invincible versus compared to all the other tag games I've played in the past year or so and coming up is that every button, every normal feels beautiful to do. The creator and producer Masahiro Sakurai has even made a video on his YouTube channel on making hits feel good, about hit stop, hit stun, all that stuff. Invincible versus, they nailed it. It feels really snappy and responsive to me, and it gives me the Smash feeling, but in a 2D setting. Let's get into the game now. I just wanted to get out the way, so if you're interested from that, this video is for you. Hopping into the game, you don't have any chibi lobbies or any chibi menus and stuff like that. The menu works very well. I did the tutorial twice on my stream, by the way. Y'all should follow me on Twitch. Stop playing. Come through Twitch, YouTube, or wherever you can find my name and just type it in. It's gonna pop up. Because I want to try both control schemes for this game, and honestly, I can play on both of them. The tutorial in Invincible versus is bugged though. A lot of times when you do the main tutorial, it shows like certain control schemes that you're probably not using, and it doesn't do a good job of making sure it's on the right control scheme depending on what you're doing the tutorial on. Another big critique of the tutorial that I have is that they don't tell you how to do the inputs both ways. Like, you can have a macro, but you can also do a lot of motions manually. I'll show you a clip. In the tutorial, I was confused because I was using the standard control, the one without motion controls, and I couldn't progress because on screen they didn't tell you as well that it was another button combination that you could do regardless without it. Because now it makes sense. Now that I know that dash is light and medium, I could probably play the other control schemes. What the tutorial in Invincible versus Closed Alpha did was make me believe that I couldn't do certain actions if I had a macro on or if I didn't have that button set to a macro. I wonder if you don't have a button for that. That sucks. Because now it makes sense. Now that I know that dash is light and medium, I could probably play the other control schemes. However, I do think the tutorial does a really good job outside of that, telling you all the base mechanics, but not the nitty gritty. It only had beginner and intermediate, and when the full game comes out, and probably closer towards another alpha test, beta test, or something like that, we will get expert tutorial missions. Let's get into the online part of the video, the part y'all probably wondering. How is the netcode? It's good until you fight somebody really bad on it. The online connectivity and matchmaking is pretty fine. However, it is pretty bad in ways after you lose a match. Sometimes I did find myself having to reset the whole client or the launcher of the game on PS5 just to get into some games again. But it wouldn't be that much of an issue if people didn't one and done or rage quit all the time. I've gotten multiple rage quits in the first day of a beta. Why you sign up the beta and not play it. Why do y'all do that? Can somebody tell me, is you like just that frustrated, you just that bad, and you just don't want to deal with that? But then again, I gotta also realize that Invincible is a show that, I also gotta realize Invincible as a series is very mainstream because of Amazon, and probably a lot of casual people or people that have never touched a fighting game. It's like, what the hell is this? Getting cooked by somebody that has beginner, intermediate level knowledge. And I'm being nice about myself. I ain't cracked, but I can be, you feel me? In the beta, I had one of the worst matches connectivity-wise on Wi-Fi. Oh, his connection's trash. Oh my God. Dude, apologize. You talking about my bad. I was on, I was on Wi-Fi instead of Ethernet. Usually every time there's a beta come around, I do 2 tests. Wi-Fi only me and wired only me. And mind you, on Wi-Fi, it was feeling really good when I first started out regardless. Outside of the one hiccup, I did have an Invincible versus. But when both people are on a wired connection, this game is damn near flawless. To be honest, I kind of expected that. This team is some of the X-Killer Instinct devs, which we'll get into later, that worked on rollback netcode and having good netcode anyway back in 2013. So they already perfected a really solid netcode here, in my honest opinion. It was really good. The best thing about online altogether though is when you do connect to matches, boy, when you do connect to them matches, man, you do have a thing that tells you if they're on Wi-Fi or not. I don't think the netcode is as good as 2SKO's. That is some Jesus level netcode, okay? That is broken. But it's right under it. It's up there in the best of Street Fighter 6 with some of the weakest flaws of sometimes when you find somebody that ain't wired or far as hell away from you, you feel me? Now let's talk about the gameplay. I generally love the gameplay because of the speed of the game itself. This might not resonate with everybody. Personally, I like how fast and snappy the thing is. That's why I like these types of games to begin with. Not to slander or hate or bring up this game. I'm just bringing it for comparison's sake, because a lot of y'all get mad when people do that nowadays. My slight issue with Marvel Tokon is that, and it's probably a Team Red thing. I'm a Blaze Blue boy. I've always been. If you know me, the history of this channel, I like the sprite fighting games they made more than the Exert and Strive and things like that. My problem is that those games are animated beautifully, but I feel like the pace of the gameplay a lot of the time, it's not fast or snappy the way I generally like it. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just not my preferred pace that I like in a fighting game a lot of times. Here, that is the complete opposite of that for me. Remember earlier in the video when I said it's Marvel vs. Capcom and it's Killer Instinct? In the game, you have multiple counters for everything. When it comes to using your assist or trying to active tag, you can also stop the player from doing it, even in the combo from just melting you and potentially taking your character out. You can completely stop the active tag, which that was a thing in MVCI, if y'all didn't know, that I thought was really good for that game. You also have a burst in the game that could completely stop people from doing things. However, the burst is very weird depending on what game you come from. The burst doesn't just come out instantly. You have to watch the character come in and then do it. If you do it wrong, you will get punished. You'll be like, damn, you lost hella health, and both characters are put in a happy birthday scenario. I think I would prefer it just being like pop-up instant and just start neutral over, but it is what it is. I got used to doing it, and don't do it stupid. Makes it more of a risk. Just because you used a break don't mean you're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Gives a person to stop defense options and offense options. And I can tell this game's gonna be so sick down the road simply because once the players start learning, if you're really good at guessing the mind games around that, it's going to be beautiful. One of the biggest complaints I've heard from various different people in the game is that they should make the combo limiter longer. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's dumb as fuck. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. In this game, you have TODs. However, like I told you earlier, you have mechanics that you can stop, break, and get out of those TODs. And even then, if you have a whole bar and full team ready, you could do like 50% damage. You make it longer, this game's gonna really be Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Well, holy shit. And that means they will have to give you more resources to deal with the onslaught of things that happen on screen and combo damage to deal with stuff like that. More than likely, the meter regain would have to be faster, and I don't think that's what you would really want. It is what it is. That's how I see it right now. It's been day one. It's like, characters are all fun as hell to me. I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a blast playing Invincible versus with most of the cast right now. I tried out multiple characters, but not everyone so far. If you're one of those people that's like, oh my god, this is a Viltrumite game, everybody the same, Stop being stupid. I'm finna prove you wrong right now. Just let me cook. One big difference with a lot of characters is that every character has a huge crumple or charged attack, meaning it can make them crumple to the ground and you combo from it if you catch them off guard. For example, Omni-Man's down medium can be held in charge and it gives them a ground bound, while Adam Eve throws out a saw and makes you crumple. While Thula's, hers is similar to Omni-Man's, however, she could do it at various ranges, and depending on when you hit it, you get a different animation or follow-up from it that you could combo off of. So every character feels very unique and fun in this game off rip. That'd be a cap if I said otherwise. That'd be me fucking lying. Atomic Eve is going to be your boy's main, but I gotta say, I cannot believe it. If you know me, if you see me on Twitter, Rex, probably one of the most fun characters, and he has some of the best animations in the game so far. Rexplode does all the tricks, he has projectiles, and he can catch people off guard, and he has, I believe, reverse beat, which is beautiful. Rexaz is playing Melty Blood in a tag game. That's so fucking raw. Melty Blood should have been in BB Tag, okay? Just don't get me there. Don't get me started. Now, one big thing about this game, I'm gonna tell y'all, unfortunately, I'm gonna be real transparent with you. They have improved how this game looked heavily, but the animations of this game is not perfect. However, it looks very similar to Killer Instinct. In a lot of scenarios, they don't stay on screen as long, or they don't hit as long as some hits, but it's very similar to Killer Instinct if you put it side by side and looked at it. I want better animations. However, like, a lot of people are expecting it like an anime or something. That's not 100% true, where like animation just gets raw. It's not like an anime where one episode you get some stupid slideshow type of thing going on, and then the next episode the all-star team of animation comes on and fucking makes like a masterpiece. You're gonna get incremental upgrades, but not a complete different looking game. It's not gonna be like Street Fighter 5, where we had at the beginning, where I thought was okay-ish to very mid. So what they did towards the end of the game with the cell shading upgrade and patch, you ain't getting that here. So if you're expecting it to be completely different, if you don't like what you see, I'm being transparent with everybody here, this most likely may not be for you. However, I will say, try the game when it comes to Game Pass when it launches, because it's more fun. A lot of times it's way more fun than it looks, and that goes for a lot of video games out there. But now that I've played the game, I got so many theories for how I want characters to play, characters I would love to see in Invincible. I have that all to the T in my noggin now. But that being said, it is Avataryaya. That is my quick first impressions overview of Invincible Versus. If y'all enjoyed the video, enjoyed what I did here today, if y'all enjoyed the video, enjoyed what I did here today, bro, please comment down below, leave a like button, and subscribe for more fighting games, anime games, and RPGs. This channel is made for weebs and anything fighting games, so that's the point of the whole content anyway. And I care about it, things getting spotlight that most people may not talk about. It's your boy Avataryaya, you guys are golden, and that is raw. Squalla, peace, and I'm out.
Let's see who's stronger.